Some football players choose to leave their last name off their kits, and the reasons behind this decision often go much deeper than expected. Whether it's about creating their own identity or honoring loved ones, these choices go far beyond style. This video takes a closer look at the stories behind players who opt to leave their last name off their kits. Van Dijk's decision to drop his last name from his kit isn't a stylistic choice. It's a personal statement rooted in his family history. Growing up in a small village in Breda, with a Dutch father and a Surinamese mother of Chinese descent, Virgil experienced a challenging childhood. After his parents separated, he initially lived with his father, but later chose to return to his mother. Their relationship never recovered after his father broke off contact, and Helen took full responsibility for raising Virgil and his siblings, while working long hours. His uncle later revealed that the decision to wear only Virgil on his kit was a deliberate tribute to his mother and a way to distance himself from his father's name. While the 33-year-old initially wore Van Dijk during his time at FC Groningen, the move to Celtic in 2013 marked a turning point in his life, both personally and professionally. He switched to just Virgil, a choice that has remained through his time at Southampton, Liverpool, and with the national team. Though the centre-back has never publicly explained the decision, his uncle's insight reveals that it's more than just a branding choice. It's a tribute to his mother's sacrifices and a declaration of his own identity. However, one of Van Dijk's teammates also shares a similar fate. Memphis Depay, now playing for Corinthians, and still a key player for the Netherlands, is known for his flair, showy play style, and one striking detail. And no, not his headband. The Dutchman never wears his last name Depay on his jersey. This isn't random, it's deeply personal. Born in the Netherlands to a Ghanaian father and Dutch mother, Memphis had a tough childhood. His father, Dennis Depay, abandoned the family when he was just 4. Feeling betrayed, the forward cut ties and later declared, "I will never forgive him. Do not call me Depay, call me Memphis." Raised by his mother in Moordrecht, football became his escape, and as his career took off, so did his decision to drop his last name. In 2012, while rising at PSV Eindhoven, he removed Depay from his kit, a move that stuck throughout his time at United, Lyon, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and now Corinthians. To him, Memphis represents resilience and independence. His tattoos, especially the giant lion on his back, symbolize his strength and determination. For Memphis, his name isn't just a name, it's a statement of who he is and the legacy he's creating. From a former Manchester United player to a current one, the next story is quite unusual. Amad Diallo's decision to wear only his first name is a reflection of his unique journey. Born in the Ivory Coast, he moved to Italy in 2010 with his brother, Hamid Jr. Traoré. They were taken in by an Ivorian couple who were listed as their parents in official documents. However, in 2020, Italian authorities discovered that the documents were falsified, and Amad's real surname was not Traoré. As a result, he legally changed his name to Diallo in September 2020 and was fined €48,000 as part of a plea bargain. Despite this, the 22-year-old chose not to use Diallo on his kit. Instead, he opted for just his forename, distancing himself from past legal issues while asserting his own identity. Like Memphis, he wanted to be recognized on his own terms. Since joining the Red Devils, the Ivorian has shown immense promise. He has delivered standout performances, including a dramatic stoppage time winner in the Manchester Derby and a crucial equalizer against Liverpool at Anfield. With a contract extension until 2030, his future looks bright. By wearing only Amad, he signals a fresh start, focusing purely on football and the career ahead of him. Talking about fresh starts, some players choose not to wear their last names in order to forge their own legacy. Since the start of his professional career, Giuliano Simeone has chosen to wear only Giuliano on his kit, a decision rooted in his desire to build his own footballing identity. As the son of Atletico Madrid's legendary coach Diego Simeone, and the younger brother of professional footballers Giovanni and Gianluca, he has always carried the weight of a well-known footballing family. Yet while determined to step out of their shadow, the Argentinian remains proud of his surname and insists that his choice has nothing to do with distancing himself from his family. From the moment he made his debut, he made it clear that he wanted to be recognized for his own talent, rather than constant comparisons to his father's managerial success or his brother's careers. Choosing Giuliano on his shirt helps shift the focus onto his individual performances. He once stated, "I am a Simeone too, but I want to forge my own path as Giuliano." emphasizing his commitment to creating his own legacy. By wearing only his first name, the forward isn't rejecting his heritage. He's ensuring that his career is defined by his own achievements. Another player took a quite similar approach, making use of his first name to create an own identity for his footballing career. Jobe Bellingham's decision to wear only Jobe on his jersey isn't just a stylistic choice, it's a statement of independence. Currently playing for Sunderland, he wants to carve out his own path in football, separate from his older brother Jude Bellingham, who is currently shining at Real Madrid. Jobe made his senior debut for Birmingham City in January 2022, with his surname on his shirt. However, after moving to Sunderland in June 2023, he chose to display only his first name. Sunderland's manager at the time, Tony Mowbray, explained, "I think he's trying to create his own identity. He doesn't want to live off the back of his brother's name. He wants to be the footballer that he is, and show people what he can do." The change required approval from the English Football League, reinforcing that this was a conscious, meaningful decision. By wearing his forename, he shifts the focus to his own talent and ambitions, proving he is more than just Jude's younger brother. As Jobe Bellingham's choice signals a desire to step out of his brother's shadow, the decision of another English player reflects a deeper reason with a dark past. Dele Alli's decision to drop his surname from his kit was more than just a name change. It was a deeply personal statement reflecting his complex upbringing. Born in Milton Keynes in 1996 to a Nigerian father and an English mother, his childhood was anything but stable. His father moved to the United States just a week after Dele was born, leaving him to be raised by his mother, whose struggles with alcoholism made home life difficult. At 9, the Como player briefly moved to Nigeria with his father, attending an international school for 2 years before returning to Milton Keynes to live with his mother. However, instability continued, and he often had to fend for himself. At 13, seeking a more stable environment, he moved in with Alan and Sally Hickford, parents of a fellow MK Dons youth player. Though never legally adopted, he considers them his true family. In 2016, he officially changed his kit name to simply Dele, explaining, "I wanted a name on my shirt that represented who I am, and I feel I have no connection with the Alli surname." Since then, he has worn Dele for Tottenham, Everton, the England national team, and probably now for Como, ensuring his jersey reflects his journey of self-identity and resilience rather than his past. While Dele's choice was about personal identity, the decision of the next player reflects a tribute to a footballing legend. Dutch footballer Xavi Simons has made a unique decision in his career, displaying only his first name, Xavi, on his jerseys. This choice is a heartfelt tribute to his namesake, the legendary Spanish midfielder Xavi Hernandez. Simons' father, Virgilio Simons, admired Hernandez's playing style and named his son after the Barcelona legend, marking a deep connection to the footballing world from the very beginning. Since joining PSV Eindhoven in 2022, the midfielder has proudly worn Xavi on his kits, a practice he continued during the 2022 World Cup with the Netherlands national team. By doing so, Simons pays homage to both his first name and the remarkable footballing legacy of Xavi Hernandez, whose influence continues to inspire him. Interestingly, Xavi Hernandez himself wore only his first name on his jerseys throughout his illustrious career, a tradition that may have further influenced Simons' decision to adopt the same convention. In this simple yet meaningful gesture, the Dutch midfielder not only honors his father's admiration for a football legend, but also carries forward a legacy that connects 2 generations of football greatness. Seems like the list of Dutch players does not end. Former Man United player Jordi Cruyff made a conscious decision to display only his first name, Jordi, on his football jerseys. This choice was both a personal and cultural statement, as it allowed him to distinguish himself from his legendary father Johan Cruyff, and establish his own identity in the football world. The use of first names or nicknames is a common tradition in Spanish football, and for Jordi, it was an important way to forge his own path. The name Jordi carries deep significance in Catalonia, referring to St. George, the region's patron saint. Johan named his son after this historical figure, reflecting his strong connection to Catalan culture. However, at the time of Jordi's birth, the name was banned under General Franco's regime, which aimed to suppress Catalan identity. To circumvent this, Johan had to fly Jordi back to the Netherlands to register his birth. By wearing Jordi on his jersey, Cruyff not only honored his cultural heritage but also maintained a distinct identity, separate from his father's legendary legacy, making it a personal tribute to both his roots and his career. The next kit name decision is quite simple and straightforward. Ghanaian midfielder Thomas Partey has consistently opted to display only his first name, Thomas, on his jerseys throughout his career. In an interview from 2020, Partey explained that this decision was made early on, as he wanted to maintain consistency and ensure recognition. "I started with Thomas, and people are familiar with Thomas. So I need to go with Thomas," he said, highlighting the importance of keeping things simple and clear for both fans and teammates. Additionally, the gunner acknowledged the commonality of his surname, noting, "I've seen that there are Parteys everywhere," which is quite strange, since we have never seen another player wearing his surname. But still, it's a pretty straightforward and less deep answer than most of the other players. Ending the list with perhaps the most emotional kit name selection in this video. In early 2024, Galatasaray midfielder Mario Lemina made an emotional decision to change the name on his kit from Lemina to Mario Jr., following the heartbreaking loss of his father, Mario Lemina Sr., who passed away on December 29, 2023. This deeply personal tribute allows the midfielder to honor his father's legacy every time he steps onto the pitch. As he explained, "I need to carry his name until I cannot walk anymore," signifying that his father's memory will always be a part of him. The name change also came at a significant time in Mario's career, coinciding with the arrival of his younger brother Noha Lemina at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Noha, a talented midfielder who previously played for PSG and Sampdoria, joined the club in 2024. To avoid confusion between the two brothers, Mario requested the name change to Mario Jr., allowing Noha to keep Lemina on his shirt. This request was met with understanding and approval by the Premier League, recognizing the personal and emotional significance behind it. And since joining Galatasaray in February 2025, the Gabonese midfielder still makes use of that name. Each of these decisions highlights how a player's choice to drop their last name from their jersey can stem from various personal reasons, whether it's a tribute, a statement of independence, or a symbol of resilience. Do you know of any other players who have chosen not to wear their last name on their kit? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more football content. Out of Play says goodbye.